We is live.
Hello.
Hi.
Awesome.
Hello or hello again. Welcome. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome to Novakast episode 443. If you're watching on Twitch, welcome to Study Buddies, not numbered. Ultimate Despair Edition. Because it's fitting. This might be the finale for Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. We shall see. We left off. Rob's got the recap. He's playing. He'll do the recaps.
So we basically finished up the investigation. We found Kikyo's
Kyoko?
dad, or Kyoko's dad.
Yeah, this is
Everybody's avoiding Makoto now. Probably due to the picture that we found, or at least the picture we got from Monokuma, to try to ensue discord between all of our characters. And
we're in Discord right now.
we even found a video. Though even though like in the picture Makoto's not in it, we were given a video from Kyoko showing that every single one of our characters were present and willing participants for the school. So that should take place or take effect in this finale of the game.
I really can't wait for
Because now we're
do Goodbye Despair. Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. Aden knows why.
Yeah.
Are you talking about?
Hey, Rob, do you want to be a very
before-
flamboyant chef for the next game?
Kind of like what I did for Ace Attorney.
Ish. Think more like he is flamboyant, but he has
He's
a
got, like, a
personality like Mineta from My Hero
Shut
Academia.
up! Shut up!
So
he has
more like
a Creole accent. A little bit of a Creole accent to
I don't know
him.
if I can do Creole.
That's fine.
I was gonna say, do something like kind of how it's doing for
Armstrong?
Not Armstrong.
That's his name.
More
the
of
chef?
the character for Chrono Trigger.
Oh.
I can't remember their
Which
name.
one?
The
do you
flamboyant
remember
one.
anything about them?
They were
The king?
in the cast, like one of the castles. Not the king.
Oh,
No, I
chef
made him-
himself. The chef himself.
I
The
know.
head
But
chef
I'm
in the
saying,
castle.
No, not the chef.
We're
They were
getting
one of the bad
confused.
guys that we fought.
Yak? No, wait, no. It wasn't Yak.
Oh, I know what you're talking. The Kiss. Is it like the one that reminds me of Kiss?
I think
He
so?
had his band of minions with him.
Flea?
Yeah, I'm chef in Chrono Trigger, huh? Or character in Chrono Trigger?
Yes.
No, which one? Is it a chef from
Like,
Chrono
which-
Trigger?
Okay,
It
which
was a
castle?
character from. It was a character from Chrono Trigger. I think it was in It was in the fortress for one of our characters that at one point was a bad guy.
Okay,
Chef.
okay.
Chrono
Talking
Trigger.
about A-Card's castle, so...
Yeah.
Like the only one that seemed more
Okay.
human than the rest of
Yeah,
them.
Flea.
Flea.
I'm a
I think that's what it was.
little
Flea.
I won't sing the song again.
Okay. All right, we got
But
the
anyway,
wheel.
you didn't answer me. Would you want to be a
Oh, what?
flamboyant chef for the next game for Danganronpa?
Sure.
Sweet. All right, you guys in the wheel? You guys in?
Yep.
Let's spin.
I guess you could say I need this.
Ooh.
Okay.
Who came up with
So
this one?
would this be like one of us? Huh?
We're gonna have to spin the wheel or real disorder. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think so.
I just didn't put it in there because I added it in while we were live.
Mm.
Now, do we choose scenes or
Whoever came up with the
Or
punishment
did we
makes
make
the
a
rule.
list of... Okay. Was that me?
I don't remember if it was you or Aiden. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Are you
So-
sure? Wait, I could
I
have
thought-
sworn it was you, MJ.
Mm-mm. I never
been
suggested seeing
wrong, then.
reenactment. I thought it was
That
don't
you.
might have
recall
been me.
I don't recall.
I feel like that would be something that I would have done.
Are we taking off anything on here? Free pass, all hands?
You know what?
I
Definitely
don't
free
think
pass.
we've been getting a free pass all the time.
All the time.
Goodbye, free pass.
Bye, it's free pass. I
This
know, I
time
just
around-
deleted it from the wheel.
No, not permanent.
I know.
Not permanent.
I'm not saving it. Look, I'm not hitting the save.
Oh.
I know what I'm
My
doing.
bad.
There's a method to my
She
madness.
saves it anyway.
I'm
Confused,
gonna,
that's all,
yep,
I'm
I'm gonna
sorry.
save it anyway, out of spite now.
Oh, he's not that
And
easy.
it's me.
Well, it's up to you to decide, or should we be the one to decide the scene? I think Rob should decide.
Yes.
Okay. You see this move here?
I actually-
not
I've
doing
been-
that.
I've been
We're doing this. Bam.
I've been practicing a lot with my and working on my my voice mods, my custom voice mods. And I
think, if memory serves, when you made that, we decided on making it to where the person spawned for the Will of Disorder determines the scene, and we all have to take part in it.
I have no
What-
idea.
what-
I don't know
what
which
was
one of
the-
you came up with the punishment in the first
How
place.
about this time around? How about this time around? The person who gets picked has to do a scene,
Okay.
and I'm kind of hoping it actually falls through.
Gameplay's up,
I'm
my
partially
friends.
hoping it falls through.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, before we get started, before we start playing, I did mention a list of because at times movies from America get retranslated for Japan, and they get hilarious titles. So I got a list here of 13 different movies that were renamed in Japan.
Damn it, Xehanort, enough with the 13.
Are we
Number
doing this
one,
now?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh boy.
We're doing it now. I just want
Okay.
to get this out of the way. Napoleon Dynamite, Busman.
Huh.
I didn't watch Napoleon Dynamite. So, number two, You Only Live Twice was renamed to 007 Dies Twice. Number three, Despicable Me is Mysterious Thief Gru's Moon Theft 3D.
My mind is melting right now.
Number four, Bring It On, was just named to Cheers.
Where everybody knows your name, right?
Number five, Fast and Furious, was changed to Wild Speed Max. Which, honestly, that sounds like a really cool fucking title.
Yeah.
I think of cheetahs all of a
In
sudden.
fact,
Wild
in
speed.
fact, going further, The Fast and Furious Wild Speed, Too Fast, Too Furious Wild Speed X2, The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, Wild Speed X3 Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious Wild Speed Max, Fast 5 Wild Speed Mega Max, Fast and Furious 6 Wild Speed Euro Mission. Then that was all the Fast and Furious movies. Number 6, Being John Malkovich.
Good movie.
Got changed to Malkovich's Hole.
Oh, God.
I love that one.
Malkovich's Hole. I want to rename the stream to that. Malkovich's Hole edition.
Number 7, Freaky Friday got changed to Fortune Cookie. Number 8, Karate Kid got changed to Best Kid.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Yeah. Number 9, Ferris Bueller's Day Off,
Which you still need to
Got
watch, by the way.
which got changed to Ferris. Ferris Suddenly One Morning.
Okay.
Number 10, Manchurian Candidate.
Also a good
Candidate
movie.
got changed to The Sniper Without a Shadow. That's a cool title.
That's actually a cool title.
What was
That's
it?
a really cool title.
A Sniper Without a Shadow.
Oh,
And that was the 1962 version.
Oh,
For
okay.
the 2004 version, it was Crisis of America.
Okay.
Ratatouille got changed to Remy's Delicious Restaurant. Okay. And number 13, Up, got changed to Grandpa Carl's Flying House.
Okay.
There's a lot going there with that one. Oh wait, also bonus one. The movie Moon got changed to The Man Who Was Imprisoned on the Moon.
okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm done. Sorry. Okay, Truplets.
You're welcome.
Bite me.
What?
I got a song stuck in her head.
Sorry, I don't know why I pulled that
I
up.
actually have that single. I bought that single when it came out.
Right. I need to listen to more Jamiroquai. I really do. Especially since I really enjoy that song.
That'd be a good song to play on a treadmill. Because of the music video.
True.
So I think we're pretty much good on.
You still have 2 SP
don't have
that
any
you could
more.
spend, or is everything else more than that?
Yeah, everything else is more than that.
I mean, you're on
Almost
Kind,
everything
so...
else is equipped.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, you guys
Let's
ready?
do this. Let us go. All rise.
Ugh.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
Oh, you dick!
Yeah.
Listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
Are you sure about that?
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person? Don't bother. I already know the answer.
You're gonna blame me.
You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me!
You were saying?
That's stupid.
Smartest.
You're stupid.
No,
Stop
smartest
being
guy.
stupid.
Smartest guy in the room.
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
Time for an all-out debate. Make your argument.
Huh. Alright, let's see.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to
I know what it is.
evidence that proves everyone other than me has been
Do
working
you?
together.
What? Wait.
I think I have
hold
an
on.
idea.
This doesn't make any sense.
Let.
How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
There's only one. What the hell?
No, that's wrong.
Are you sure about that?
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different.
So they got different photos, didn't they?
With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. The most terrifying thing of this picture is not Hifumi, but
Sakura.
Sakura, like, about to, like, barrel past them.
You might want to change lanes there, Makoto.
By the way, I mentioned before, because I'm hoping this is a trend. Something I just noticed with this picture too is the picture that we got. Once it, like, as I mentioned in the last stream, the only person whose face you don't see besides the person who got the picture was Junko. Junko's face is covered.
Look at Celeste back there, not participating.
Yeah.
Now, it would have been even funnier is if she was facing the camera, but behind Mondo's raised arm.
Or Taka, just to be an asshole.
Figured as much. In which case...
Hero, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, once again, look, see?
Look at Toko's tongue. That's Genocide Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's bleeding?
Alright, this one too.
He must have sneezed shortly before the picture.
It's just like I thought.
I blame Taka.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. And that person is the ones who got
Toko.
the photos.
Oh.
Obviously. Yeah, Toko, no.
I got it! In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hero got, he's the only one missing.
And look at
As
Hina
long
with
as
her
we're talking
donuts.
about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
No one cares.
Okay, let's see it. Why is there a giant fish in the picture?
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
Huh. Because we wouldn't know. But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's picture. What is it? What's digging at me? I have a feeling because they wouldn't know. I mean, till now, all their memories have been messed with.
Yep.
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Okay, so there's the picture of, once again, Junko's face is covered. You don't see her face at all. You see Mukuro, like almost in every one of these pictures. You see Mukuro. You
What
don't
is she
see
holding
Junko.
on to? Mukuro.
I don't think she's holding. I talk about. I'm assuming a cell phone
or a
Might
knife.
be, yeah, it could be a knife. It could also be some kind of timer.
So
Maybe.
Byakuya's picture.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's probably a timer or like a breathing apparatus to like. If it's a timer, she probably was testing to see how long she could hold her breath underwater. Ultimate Soldier type of thing, you know?
Maybe.
So Byakuya's picture. Hina's picture. Hiro's picture. And mine. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something...
Group photo has been updated in the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
Can you just forget about the photo already? Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No, I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that, so it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. What's going on now? Oh, Hangman's Gambit. Okay. Okay. I think I know what I need to do.
That one S was just like, not gonna get me. Can't get me.
Understand?
But I got it.
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. And there's only one way to prove it besides those pictures. The interview DVD, isn't it? Let's see. Yep.
Look at all those bullets.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I
bet you
haven't
this
lost
is it.
my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
So the
Okay.
idea that we all lost our memories.
Is totally stupid. Obviously.
They only gave me one?
Yeah. Keep in mind,
Huh.
you are playing on
You're
kind.
saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi?
I promise you, ever since I got to, I remember everything that's happened.
No, that's wrong.
No, you don't.
Good thing you accidentally shot the silencer at a blank spot.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory
Yeah.
loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
No.
Yes.
No.
You'd like that,
It's
so
nothing
no.
like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean
I mean all of us, including you.
you lie? I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
To be honest, I have something else on my
Amnesia, I
mind
don't know
right
anything
now.
about her. Wait, what?
Something else?
Thank you.
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane. How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then, we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
Oh, look at the little step stools from Monokuma.
You
That's
stole
cute.
those specific memories from us, didn't you?
And by the way, Novakuma's
See?
right behind
You
me.
figured that
I'm
part
lying
out
on.
too,
I'm
huh?
pressing against him right now instead of holding him.
So it was the mastermind of Makuma, Monokuma, not the headmaster.
That took the memories? Yeah.
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
But how could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with? To try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Huh.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles away.
No.
Because masterminds always lurk off in the
I know what it is.
Right?
I'm positive they're somewhere in this school. Otherwise, there's no way they could have controlled that machine.
What?
So
I'm not
who
a
did
machine. Who killed her?
Whoever did it is that much I
When you is the mastermind?
Of course, they have to be.
What makes you...
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is probably a million miles away.
No, that's wrong. There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
Oh. So you do get to do
Here we go
a couple
again.
voice lines with
Hello, welcome to the stream.
Welcome in.
waiting for it to.
I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants. All of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me! I blame Makoto!
Oh god, not again!
What? Why me?
'Cause it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
You're fucking kidding me!
Hottest guy in the room.
Right? Don't question it.
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The Mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Although I hate you, good point.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent
I
talking
make
about
plenty
the
of them.
murder?
What do you expect?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
I'm sorry, did somebody hear something?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. Let's see how it is.
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Yep. Mukuro's actual cause of death must have been the other wounds.
I got it!
Excuse me.
All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days
It
old.
made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know...
You're wrong.
She denied me. Before I could even say anything. Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
Oh boy.
I got a question.
What's up?
Let's go with
Which
no.
character would... Which character... Okay. Out of the two franchises, which character would you guys prefer more? Toko? From Danganronpa?
Uh-huh.
Or Yuri? From, fuck.
Never heard of that.
Doki.
Doki Doki Literature Club.
Yuri.
Toko. I don't want to... Toko's not going to be dumb enough to stab herself in the chest.
Oh, here's the thing. That was because of the freaking program.
And?
It wouldn't naturally do that.
You don't know that. You don't know at all.
Nice throwback.
Shut your mouth.
If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place?
Here we go again.
So let's see what we get.
They call this
Group photo
non-stop
interview.
debate, but there's a lot of stopping.
Yeah,
Right.
Mukuro's profile. I think it's Mukuro's profile. Like,
Mukuro
I'm
was
gonna...
the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all of those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
You didn't
Whoops.
deny me this time, Z-Limesy.
Oh,
Wrong
boy.
button. Double checking. Mukuro's file. According to the headmaster's report,
There you go.
Mukuro did not have a single scar. Okay, there we go. I wanted to double check that.
You made me go all cutesy.
Don't worry. There wasn't anything cute about it.
So I know what it is.
I'm kind of surprised that wasn't Byakuya who said that line instead of Hiro.
No,
Smartest guy in the room.
Come from... I guess he has his moments. Very, very few in between. But anyway. No, those wounds didn't come from the battlefield.
Nice subtle jab. And then moving on. You're pulling a me.
One look at...
Stop that.
One look at what was written about her, and that should become clear.
Gotcha. Nerd.
Okay.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you... Obviously, she got all those wounds and...
No.
No, that's wrong.
Right.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely... Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
Just shut up already.
All of Master's training!
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Mukuro's fatal injury has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook.
Can I say it now? Can I just preemptively say it?
Say what?
I called it. Where have we seen those wounds before?
Bitties. I'm sorry.
Where do we see those kind of wounds before? And that many?
Yeah, I wonder.
At a rave, because those are glow sticks taped onto her.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
The identity of the one who attacked me, I can't think of anyone else.
The headmaster.
Sure, but it's definitely the mastermind.
The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me, but I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask.
Excuse me.
The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see their face. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo. comparing that to the masked attacker, it should be obvious.
Another
Let's
step
see
in the
how the-
non-stop debate.
Yeah.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that
Oh, it's
mask.
Monokuma this time.
I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba!
No, it's not.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part?
I think.
Is it the right...
Okay, I'm gonna say this because I feel like I'm gonna need to absorb that. That first statement I don't think is the right one. I definitely think that I need to absorb this.
Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be the hips?
Okay, pervert.
He's just mad he couldn't see in the showers. Her most noticeable feature, the tattoo that marked her membership in Fenrir. That tattoo is a certain easy to spot area.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who is... I'm telling you now, it was
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Rick!
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her.
Seriously?
Uh-oh. No snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone could say anything. Oh, is she gonna show her hands?
Yep.
Oh! Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a... It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
I see what you did there.
Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner. But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
No.
It's true.
All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored.
I got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
In the kitchen.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue, so it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
Proof that shows that the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. There's something that made its way from the biolab to the garden. The tarp.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
Thanks, dickhead. Hate you too.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
When the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Proof that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about...
La, 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 I can't hear you. La, la,
Oh, it's time for one of those,
Such a child.
I think.
Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab, could you be talking about...
By the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think I'm talking about? Your family.
What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message. So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister.
Why is Hina happy?
What do you think has happened to your family?
One of the downsides to using cardboard.
You might have assumed.
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wanted to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So, if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. I need to pause and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Worst time to do it, but I gotta step away for a second.
Yeah, she's gonna leave me any second now. I'm enjoying a Kit Kat break. I'm sorry.
Aww.
Oh, goodness. Did your her feet? Oh, there it goes. Oh, I think she tripped on her way down.
Oof.
She's all good. She's been wanting to hang out in the garage as of late because a couple of times this past week or last week I let her hang out in there if I'm like, because during the day sometimes I would sit on my bike in the garage, and normally, you know, because she's like a Velcro kitty, she starts meowing if I'm out there too long, and normally she's terrified of the garage because she knows that that's where she goes to go to the vet. And so she normally doesn't take like 2 steps out, or if she does, she'll run right back in. But now she wants to go in the garage. And the only time I can really let her do it is when JR's at work. So his truck's not there, and I have a lot more visibility to see what she's getting into.
Yeah.
I want to make her like Pouncy, the cat, on YouTube. I think I've showed you some of their YouTube shorts. It's a Bengal cat. His owner rides an e-bike. That's when I first started getting into like the idea of like an e-bike. But he takes his Bengal cat with him, and like the cat joins him. It's not even like harnessed or leashed or anything like that. And just so cute. But I doubt that I'll be able to get Ash to do the same. But I plan on eventually like opening up my passenger door of my car while she's in the garage, and then slowly like get her to like get into my car. That way when she sees her carrier and whatnot, she's not gonna freak out.
Smart thinking.
Thank you. I broke my brace also when I just got back from my first ride.
Oof.
Whoops. The thing is I broke it trying to take it off of my wrist. Like the part that goes around your fingers. Like, there's like a flap there. Like the brace is hard to take off. It's like got 3 straps, and then it's like also Velcroed. But like you have to pull on the, like where the fingers are in order to get your fingers out. And apparently I broke it in half. But I was just saying, Rob, how I broke my wrist brace earlier when I went on my first bike ride. As I was taking it off of my hand, where I was holding broke in half.
Oh, damn.
I go and see my, I have a doctor's appointment on I have 2 doctor's appointments. No, sorry, I have 3 doctor's appointments this week. 2 of them are physical therapy, so, I'll just, I don't think I'll be needing the brace much longer anyway. But I wear it when I'm riding or driving. Just because it's like a safety thing. Like, even if I were to fall, you know, at least my wrist would be protected. And I'm really digging my new Moomin Rider hat. / my helmet. But the picture I sent you guys earlier, that's where I crashed. That wall is what I hit.
Oh, damn.
If you, I don't really like showing pictures of myself, but just for context, here you go, stream. This is the picture I sent them earlier. There you go. I don't even like how I look these days, and so I don't like taking selfies, but I figured I had to for this. Alright, let's go!
The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. What's going on now? Oh gosh.
Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? Rawr! Better luck next time. Punishment is waiting for you. Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? I'm not listening! This should...
That was close.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is... the lights!
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a
Boy.
blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the
What?
blue light is on,
Sorry.
that means there's a body in that slot.
Can you pause it? I just keep thinking,
Yeah.
like, that's where they store the dead bodies, and I'm just assuming that one of them, they open up, and it's just a tub of Mondo butter.
Oh god.
God. or if anything, like the bones were separated from the rest of him,
Yeah, let's go
and
with that.
the butter is, yeah.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Do you not know simple math?
Well, his time is very valuable, Rob.
The 9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is...
I got it! 10
Welcome
of the
back,
lights
little girl.
should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Taka was sixth. Then Hifumi was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And the victim number 10 was Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths. But there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than murders, the explanation for more murders than victims, why is that? Same person was killed twice.
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
Who is it time?
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Nope. I'm gnawing at the bit right now.
Just spit it out already, Monokuma.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko
I'm gonna
Enoshima?
just
Leon
be-
Kuwata?
I feel like I need to do
Chihiro
that.
Fujisaki?
That's fair.
Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way
anyone was murdered.
Wrong.
There we go.
No. Or wait.
No, that's wrong.
What?
Yeah.
I absorbed Junko, and then
Junko.
shot. I absorbed the Junko Enoshima, and then shot it at the murder twice line.
Yeah, I see that now. I'm seeing it on Twitch. My bad.
Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
Then the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9, which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
Are you kidding me?
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can we really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. Huh.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
I know what it is. I think I have a feeling it's gonna go back to like mentioning the tattoo. For that to be true, then that couldn't have been her body we found in the garden. Is that really possible?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Oh shit.
Then she's still alive.
I screwed up.
Right. So the mastermind's true.
What do you say, Monica?
Press the wrong button.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong. No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be.
Hifumi. Aww.
That would have been a really hilarious twist. I've been the mastermind all this time.
Hey.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
Did you not just hear what was happening in the past, like, 20 minutes, Byakuya?
The death we saw would had to have been
I'm
some
sorry,
kind of
what?
charade.
Who?
But
Were you
yourself
saying
confirmed
something?
She was dead.
When?
Did you not?
Now that you mention it, I gently placed my hand on Juko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in the movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I did check, absolutely. And I can say for sure...
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Look at it through a different angle.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her. She was dead. I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely. Maybe she used some sort of trick. Oh, I think I know.
Now I understand. That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but... that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have... So maybe the whole idea is
Whoops.
wrong.
No. There has to be some way. We need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched. They switched from the very beginning.
I got it! The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
Then we'd already met her?
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right?
Makeup.
Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
Makeup.
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so... this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean? Afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity. As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter. Because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity. And not just once, but twice. The first time was during our last investigation. Where is it? Right here.
I got it!
When he stopped it.
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
It wasn't just the monitor. Oh, do I need to... The DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Oopsie! Looks like it broke. Out of service.
What? It just so happened to break just now.
Now then, when it doesn't matter, failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right?
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I've got to reveal it. Reveal that. I know what it is.
Better luck next time.
I like the little stool.
Better luck next time.
Little gymnast
Better luck next time.
things being used as one. Yeah.
Are you sure about this?
Here it is. Oh no.
That's impossible!
This should prove it.
There it is.
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Uh-oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago. When we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten, in all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
The unusual circumstance common to all these photos.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko, which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now.
Are we doing a closing? Oh, okay. Huh. I think that's it. I'm 90% sure that's it.
Only one way to find out.
The killer is you. We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko.
Wait, what? No way.
The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use.
Dun dun dun.
Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were
So far,
one and the
so
same.
good.
She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
We're waiting to see whether or not he got everything right. So far, he's gotten it right.
Finally,
If you won't know you've gotten something wrong until you reach that
she
point.
was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure
Good
we
job.
didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko Enoshima! That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Oh? Oh, is it time? Yes!
Congratulations, you got through the
Sup,
first half of the trial.
bitches? I'm back. Ugh.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
What?
Just go with
Just keep going.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
No thanks.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
What the Does she have multiple personalities?
No.
It's been so
But
long
yes.
since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko Enoshima?
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No. I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her too somewhere. It was definitely before I got to the school.
So where was it?
Before arriving to the school.
I got it! That's right! It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on it!
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
You know, it just dawned on me.
What's that?
Mukuro, I'm assuming, like, this conversation right now with Mukuro as Junko. She has freckles.
Those could be painted
Am I
on.
wrong?
Freckles are kind of a fashion trend.
I've seen her on a ton of magazine covers, but feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality.
Huh? Oh, are you talking about all my cover photos and junk? Well, of course. Those are totally photoshopped.
Photoshopped?
Yeah, you know, edit it all to hell and back. With, like, computers and junk.
So they aren't real?
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip.
Yep, I knew it. But unfortunately, it did not pick up.
Nope.
Oh.
I didn't even catch what it said.
He said yes.
Oh.
So I guess to reiterate, fucking called it!
You happy? Proud of yourself?
Yes!
Cool. Proud of you.
Twins!
I know. It's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
I forgot so much of her personality, man.
That's, well, that face
actually...
right now is what is currently my Nendoroid, and she's also wearing the crown and pointing at Apollo.
I'm actually really liking this character.
It's hard to
Told
dislike
you?
it. It's hard to dislike
I
it.
wasn't lying when I said I really like Junko's backstory.
Oh my gosh, she's actually a cool villain.
Right? That's why I also called dibs on her, like, way before we played this game.
Whoa! She's a totally different person now!
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself! But
He's
if
gonna
you're
like
twins,
Miyu.
why do
Maybe.
You have different last names. Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
What?
Like she said, she gets bored even with herself, so she constantly switches up her personality.
Okay.
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra, unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away, which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she...
That's also why I wanted Kyoko too, because Kyoko's like basically my self-insert, but just more, a little bit more raspy and a little more breathy, whereas and just kind of flat. Whereas Junko is just a jack of all trades, if you will. She's a hoot. What? Huh? This wasn't supposed to... Why me?
So you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope. I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so... excited.
Huh?
Killing my precious sister with my own two hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nut.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive.
Excuse me, bitch.
Athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect.
Fuck you.
If she would have said I swear to God, if she would have said I'm the ultimate life form, I would have been fuck off. I would have said fuck
That's
off.
My
right there.
job, thank you. I'm the ultimate life form.
No, you're not, Byakuya. Shut up.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow!
Huh.
You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer! So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating!
Damn straight! That's exactly what we're going to do. And then, we'll have our victory!
I can't wait!
Alright, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things.
You know what? Before you continue,
What?
I just gotta say, given that last line or two, oh my goodness! Like a thought just occurred to me, and I kind of like the so-called theory of it. Junko wrote Garfield Effect out of boredom. I know she didn't, but still.
No.
It's a funny thought.
Either that or
You okay,
Toko.
Rob?
I said either that or Toko.
No,
Why
Toko
wouldn't
would
you
write
go
a
with
lot better than-
Hifumi? The fanfic writer. Are you kidding me right now?
There is that, yeah. Yeah.
Who else
Thinking
could it
about
be?
Thinking about what Akuma told us. The memories that were stolen. The motives Monokuma came up with.
I got it! You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
I'm assuming it's human connection.
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Theme for the motive Monokuma gave us for the first murder. Monokuma gave us those DVDs.
Hangman's Gambit.
Well, my DVD was footage of my family. On Sayaka's was her and her friends. They had a dream they all shared. So for the first murder, the motive we were given was human connection.
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you presented
Wait,
us with
didn't you
at
say
that
human
point
connection a
was
second
human
ago?
connections.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you looking at a guy?
That's what I was thinking. No, I'm not. I was just thinking that, because thinking about it, like, initially, Makoto's video was of his family. Sayaka's video, and I think, if I remember correctly, the only two videos... Huh?
I think we saw Sakura's as well. Either that or Sakura told us afterwards.
Yeah. But, like, the two ones that we saw were Sayaka and Makoto's, and they were about family and friends. So the first motivation was basically any human connection. am actually surprised that it was actually worded that way.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question!
Oh, God.
So, what was the theme for the second motive?
For the second murder... What was the... So, the second murder... That was when he introduced all of our dark secrets. Or Junko did, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's when we got that's when we got those weird envelopes from Monokuma. Mine mentioned how I used to wet the bed. The theme was meaning of life. I'm gonna assume the past.
I got it!
Of past things that happen.
Our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
That he killed his brother. Or caused the death of his brother.
Yeah, that he feels responsible for it.
How long do you plan on dragging this
And he never
out?
told the rest of the gang what happened or the truth about it.
On to the next question!
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
So, what was the motive for the third murder?
I think I already know it. The theme for the third murder was... The reason Celeste turned to murder was... She wanted to buy a European castle and live there with a bunch of handsome men. So that time the motive was... A new outlook? Popularity? No, it was greed.
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again!
Thanks, now I got that song in my head.
Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
The motive in the case of Sakura's death was... It was... What was it that made Sakura decide to kill herself? It had to do with Monokuma exposing Sakura's secret. So the theme was blackmail. No, I think it was more of betrayal. I'm gonna go with betrayal.
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world.
Derp.
Huh?
Derp.
Hold on, sorry.
Winding down.
Huh?
Are you winding down?
Me?
No, just somebody was typing something or texting me something. I just had to quickly respond.
In fact,
Sorry about that.
there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place.
Oh my gosh. Because initially they had already agreed to stay at the school.
Mm-hmm.
So by forgetting that and given the option to escape, that gave them the motivation to, or at least in a sense, try to attempt to give them the motivation to find any way possible to leave the school and be safe.
That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
Because you already agreed to stay.
Yes, but why would they agree to that?
Thought, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let
Crazy
me give
Eddie.
you a hint.
Yep. She went there.
Huh? Really?
Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
The outside
You
world?
mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
What?
Just watch.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What the?
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense!
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it? Wait a minute.
What?
Okay.
What if...
Sorry, I was talking to JR.
What if...
Okay, let me know if I'm... Since we're getting to the end game, let me know if I'm wrong. All the stuff that's happening on the planet of what we just saw was already happening before they signed up for the school.
Signed up for the school? No.
So then why did they sign up for the school?
They were a part of the school before everything happened.
So...
Because obviously at the beginning of the game, you saw that they were, or you saw Makoto walk into the school from the outside.
Yeah.
Well, if it had already gone to that point, those pictures wouldn't make any sense. The group photos.
Yeah. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
The whole thing is insane.
That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial!
Huh.
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn...
Wait a minute!
What?
It just dawned on me. What if one character might still have some of their memories?
It is a distinct possibility.
And there's one character that we know of. Oh, I think I know it. It just try to pick the right one.
What's the meaning of the footage we saw?
I want to change your
this another
bullet
one of the
then because you got the
practical
wrong one. If it's what, if according to what you're wanting to go for.
It's that one.
What am I supposed to be remembering?
If nobody can remember anything,
It's that. It's that. It's that.
the end.
Damn it.
All of us. What other choice do we have?
If I can't remember, is it all over? I mean, how can she show me something so completely incomprehensible and then just say, remember? Every single one of us has lost their memories. It really is hopeless after all. No, wait. There's a chance that she hasn't forgotten.
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened?
Want us to when it comes to that crate, I don't understand. What's the meaning? Is this another one of...
I mean, what am I supposed to be?
Nobody can remember.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
You almost
There's
missed
one
it
person
again.
that would.
You almost shot right through the center of it again.
She might remember.
Who might remember?
The other Toko. Genocide Jack.
What?
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her? No, absolutely not. That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity.
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
Oh, just all that. That's what convinces her.
What do you expect? What do you
Yes,
expect?
high standards.
It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer.
Oh, great! Now we got two psychos in the room.
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen.
Aye, aye. Roger, you got it, Captain.
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know? Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
I really want to show Rob the tragedy.
But it could delve into spoilers.
If I'm careful about it, though, and just stick to that one specific scene, I think I'd get away with showing him.
Doesn't it show them, though?
It shows Junko and Mukuro.
Oh no!
Okay.
Seriously?
How about don't show
Maybe I
me
can help you
Aww.
till later?
Kiss.
Okay.
Just answer the question.
It's fucked up,
What
I'll just say that
happened out
much.
there?
Well, I can't really say if it's happened or if it's still
There's a
happening.
reason why it's called
But it
tragedy.
was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
That. There's a reason why it's called that.
Yeah.
Why is that phrase coming up now?
It keeps coming up.
Because it's all because of that event. What is?
What event?
Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Oh.
Is...
Wait.
now?
The world's been destroyed. Get it?
That's the tragedy?
In a way.
It's not the event that spawned the
Explain
tragedy,
yourself. Tell us
or
everything
what
you
the
know.
tragedy actually is.
Copy
It's just
that,
the aftermath of it that created the world to be
Yeah.
as fucked up as it is.
Okay. So this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made,
Yeah.
but it was more on the level of a worldwide
Unfortunately, Rob,
natural
necrophilia is a
disaster.
thing.
Oh yeah, I actually scrubbed that part. I scrubbed
Wait,
that part
what?
from my memory.
Either
I'm not
way,
repeating
there's
myself.
no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. And as a result, in basically no time flat, the world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
But she's not wrong.
I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
Ah! I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right?
Nah, shit. Hey guys, I gotta step away for a second again.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, you're in a
Oh,
cat
my
paw.
goodness. I do need to sit through Ultra Despair Girls again and Danganronpa 3, the animation.
Mm. Yeah, I really
I'm kind
want
of
to show the
surprised.
tragedy.
that-
Huh?
I'm actually kind of surprised that the manga involving one of the characters in the second game and the light novels involving Kyoko haven't been animated.
Because they would technically be considered spin-offs. More than likely.
True.
Spin-offs don't sell well.
At least in terms of the manga one, yeah. Because if memory serves, from what I know of the light novels involving concerning Kyoko, they do take place before she decides to go to Hope's Peak.
Yeah.
Give me a break, give me a break, bake me off a racing day. Good cat kitty. You're in a cat ball right now. Unwound that cat ball, please. She got a bunch of new boxes today from Uncle Amazon.
The world is a cat ball.
She's just sleeping in a little cat ball right now. Lately, she's been hanging out, like, underneath her dining room chair. Like, it's where she'll sleep for part of the night. Like, underneath that chair. It's weird. And then she seems obsessed with, like, one of the legs of the chairs, because she likes to bunny kick and spin herself around it. Like, it's like a fucking sit and spin.
That's a cute mental image.
She was bunny kicking it earlier and just like staring at me blankly. It was so weird. Usually like their eyes get dilated and everything and they are like focusing like off to the side or something, but she was like staring me down as she was bunny kicking. It was a really weird thing to see and I tried to capture it but I couldn't get it. You ready for bed, Kit Kat? I'm debating on whether or not I want to go for another ride before I go to bed. Maybe I should take it easy.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm back.
Arms are still technically healing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
The end justifies the means.
Ash just
Everything
stretched out.
serves
Now
the
she's
outcome.
got her back paws
In
on my
other words-
hand. I can't move.
Oh, dang.
The world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world.
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic.
So, hold on.
Yes.
So our characters... So the tragedy happened, the world was ending, and...
While they were attending, yes.
While they were attending, and I'm assuming in a ditch effort to save at least a few people, they had some of the students agree to live the rest of their lives at the school.
There you go.
Nope,
Every living
my
person
pop
will be dead in
figures
100
shipped
years
apparently.
anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
They'll be here between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m.
Now you're just being
I think,
ridiculous.
this morning.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Oh shit! Burn! Burn!
I gotta give Junko for that one. I gotta give Junko that one.
Damn right.
Damn.
Hey, so
She's got some good lines.
to the Togami family.
I don't really have okay. It's just the same thing. It's just the same thing.
Correct. Well done, peasant.
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
Sick in the head.
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Tagami name has perished.
He's the lone white tiger of Togami, then.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a way to mock that.
You can't.
And I can't.
Dude's entire family died.
No,
everything he
like
knows is Post that on Reddit.
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone. The Togami family is destined to guide the world.
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago.
Oh, Makoto.
Makoto, we just went over this.
Were you not... He did not understand the assignment.
If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
They've been here longer.
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few
Really,
weeks
Hina?
ago.
Not.
A few weeks ago?
No.
Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Huh? 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
There's the plot twist. So they are already at Hope's Peak Academy when the tragedy happened. And like we were just talking about, to try to save as many people as possible, they convinced some of the students to live there for the rest of their lives. Wait, what? 2 years ago? What does that...
What the hell is your... Hey!
I understand why you have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth.
Uh-oh.
And the truth,
Come on, catch up, catch up.
Deny that, and you may as well just...
Come on, Discord, stop acting up, please.
He's trying to catch up so badly. Sorry about that, everyone. There we
Understand
go.
all the hints I've given you so far, right?
That's alright.
What are the memories I took from you?
Alright, oh, I know.
Now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us, if what Junko says is true, if we first came here 2 years ago, but the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so So the memories she took from us are life at Hope's Peak.
I got it! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. Nope. No. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
You've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy, and that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life? That's not possible!
I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it. But that's nothing but our that's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible, but if it's the truth, then we have to accept it. Okay.
Two years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This is all just...
I know what it is.
surreal.
Plus, if 2 years have passed, how freaking old am I?
Everyone's so conflicted.
That's actually kind of that's actually a serious question. How old is Hero? I don't want to believe it, but I know there's evidence that reveals the time as students we lost.
2 years worth of... I could never lose...
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything. Heck, I've never even gone to a single class.
No, that's wrong.
Well, the age in the e-handbook is correct.
There's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
Wuzza! Is that something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. What the? This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak, but somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves. I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Where our memories come apart. Is she talking about the moment where we must have lost our memories? I can only think of one moment. Just after I set foot in the main hall for the first time, and that was...
I got it! The moment I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other than that day. When I first came to the gates of the school and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof! Gone! Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, But
by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this.
I love you all so much.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the
For how
idea
long?
we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
The ultimate despair? All mankind?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end.
My only question right now is why is the symbol for the tragedy Monokuma?
Because
It's 'cause it's the
Junko's
mascot for it.
mastermind. It's her mascot, her teddy.
And as you can imagine, The school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it, and now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once! So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter! That's right! It was transformed into a shelter! Ah! I said it twice!
Now, someone
about
was
to say.
responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
The one who turned it was yeah.
I got it! It could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits.
What?
Yeah.
I thought you knew that, my
shit.
bad.
I didn't know that.
Eh.
I didn't figure that out yet. I didn't know. I didn't know that part.
Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
You only let us live so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school deathmatch. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why I...
Well, why don't you tell me?
What the mastermind did to show everyone in the world, or the outside world, that was... Okay. I'm assuming... Oops.
Ouchies.
Now I understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious? But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Oh, fuck!
Whoops.
Yeah.
How tragic.
Expelled them? I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
How often have we heard him curse? Besides me? I think that's the first time!
He said a naughty word.
I'm proud of you, Makoto.
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too! Like right fucking now!
Oof. Full of despair?
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other? For nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
Jesus Christ!
We weren't just
Yeah.
random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
I can't laugh at that.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already! So help us! I'll do anything! Just help me!
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Oh, wow. The normal Junko.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself, so I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth!
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you, for the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple. You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner!
Why does that voice sound so familiar now?
Oh,
It's Johnny Young Bosch, so...
Yeah.
Ow.
Johnny Young Bosch.
Yep.
The Black Ranger from the second Black Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You've known him for goodness, he's done a lot of roles, man.
Did he play Kirito in SAO?
I don't think that was him, but let me check.
Because that's the vibe I'm getting.
He was Bash in Trigun, Ichigo in Bleach, Nero in DMC. Let me check who his VA was. No. Kirito's voice actor was Bryce Papenbrook.
Okay. Never mind.
He was Jonathan Joestar.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck.
He also
don't
voices
you?
the main character in the
That
next
must be your
game.
hope, huh?
Okay.
But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that, did ya? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me, and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this!
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win, to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
You mean we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live!
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb!
Oh, boy.
Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Me?
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Sacrifice me? But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
Ah, shit.
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair! We're not gonna lose to you!
Oh, no normal Junko again.
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
The final vote. This is it, the ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone, I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair? That's not really living at all. Okay, so what are we doing?
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Have you figured it out yet?
Die.
I think I know.
Screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, The communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
I think I know what it is.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
I'm gonna let it go through first, and then...
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
I know what it is.
Oh, Junko.
Oh shit, sorry. There is no hope left in the world. When you sleep, it's on a bed of despair. The world is in despair. You are in despair.
If I don't do something, everyone's gonna get consumed by despair.
Oh, and you took
You
a hit,
claim
too.
there's no hope left in the world. But if despair is contagious like you say, then so is hope. I'll use my own hope to plant seeds of hope inside everyone else.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Don't lose hope now.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give
You need
up.
to...
If
Oh,
I
that
were
was
to
close.
die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifier.
Don't lose hope now.
I've been thinking about all this, and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do? You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right?
She would say protein powder.
I think that's definitely what she'd say.
Protein powder.
That's her advice.
Keep consuming protein powder.
Protein.
Which is why yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
Don't lose hope now.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die,
So what do you think of this climax? This final fight right here?
Decided to have faith in
It's
myself.
actually kind of cool.
by the
We're
way,
like this
the
for
air
this
outside
final
is
bullet.
totally-
For this final bullet challenge, we're basically convincing people to not give up.
The only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
I can keep on living as long as I have my Master's love.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
Don't lose hope now!
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair.
Shut up.
You're not, dickhead.
But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you. I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive.
For now.
There you go.
So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever
Dies
known,
at the end of the game.
We won't give up! As
One
long as
person
there's
left.
hope, we'll never give up!
Dang.
If I were to
Yes,
die,
weren't yellow.
that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Also, you noticed the change in music?
Yeah.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers and the physics.
Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life I've been living will come to an end.
I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love!
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
I already said I would claim the mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
There we go.
Don't lose hope now!
I was wondering.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck.
Because I'm the ultimate hope, aren't I?
I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do you think?
Fuck yeah!
What the hell are you?
A Batman.
The ultimate hope has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook.
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but still. But I still...
Let's finish this.
Moment of truth.
You suck! What do you want? So uncool! You dare to stand against us?
Hope is a joke. Outside is only despair. Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross.
You're scared, aren't you?
I just love despair!
You suck! What do you want? So uncool!
You're unbearable!
Despair
Final
into
strike.
tomorrow.
Hope keeps on going!
We did it!
Yay.
I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away. I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to Keep moving forward.
What's going on? What's happening?
Congratulations.
You beat the game.
Okay.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go. Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing with our own hands.
They still have it. Guilty!
Ready for the execution?
Yeah.
Do you think he is intact?
Huh? Yeah, because
you
he already
think-
knows what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Indeed.
He mentioned that before we really even started playing the game, that he knew what happens at the end.
This part, yeah, I already know.
You've lost, Junko.
Like, oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Good.
Go ahead. No, I'm good.
I was gonna say, which is why I kind of understood that, Junko might have been the villain.
Mm.
Just trying to figure out why or how.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I've been talking as much. I'm so tired right now. But we're so close to the end. I'm sticking through it. Lost? Me? No way.
Well, that's just...
It can't be!
You still don't accept it?
Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it right now.
Well, that's just... totally the best!
What?
So this is despair.
We came to the school 2 years ago. Created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now
To come this far and fail at the very end.
True despair.
It's the most ultimate despair.
What are you talking about?
Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's my first and last colossal despair here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
True despair.
Oh, I'm so hopelessly happy right now.
Huh?
Wait, is she enjoying this?
Anyway.
So are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best!
Outside's only despair, inside's only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you.
That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong.
Huh?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Let me tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay. Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope.
Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side.
Phrasing, hero.
Everyone?
Hey.
You said that despair is as contagious as any disease.
However,
But the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is.
Yoko?
No.
Stop it! Stop! I hate those faces that you're making. To see those awful looks causes me nothing but pain.
There's one last thing.
She said it.
If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, that's no skin off my nose. But just be warned. From this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope, but there's a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope?
Of course, because we...
It's fine.
Shut up. That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
It can't be.
Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right?
Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to...
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste that despair of death that you only get once in life. So...
Don't get in my way! So this is how the despair of death feels.
Can you remove the dialogue?
It's so wonderful!
And give me one sec.
That face.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
Makes Toko look like she's freaking sane.
Alright, we're good.
Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th, I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this. I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oh god.
Congratulations! Junko has been found guilty. It's time for the punishment.
He just like up and accepts it.
Yep.
So I think I'm gonna go ahead and say, yeah, fuck you, TikTok, for freaking spoiling this, you assholes.
To be fair, this is a really old game now.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah,
it's 15 years
still
old.
sucks that it got spoiled. Wait, what?
It's almost 15 years old.
Yikes.
It's like every punishment.
Yep.
Put together.
Including the one that was done to Jin.
And there's Monokuma as well. That could have been us.
Yeah.
Emergency override. Oh, cool. It's a big red button.
Ooh,
that nobody should ever press.
We're gonna press it.
And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko Inoshima, the ultimate despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy was all over.
Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. The end. you've received the Monokuma hair tie present.
It's covered in blood. Or, I'm sorry, pink.
But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference.
Goodbye Despair High School. Epilogue.
We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck there in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But in the end,
Hey.
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave.
to nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Would you do the honors?
Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us.
So, is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words,
I will force you out. She said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically that she'd let us leave here alive.
it's true.
You may be right about that.
Maybe?
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true.
There's nothing to worry about.
My beautiful scissors!
If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and trim him up so far up. Huh? Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind?
It's all over. We're just about to leave the school.
What? Leave? We could go outside? That means me and Master can get married? And then he'll give me a little jewel of a baby?
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
Don't worry, I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about.
But, you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks
Serious?
maybe when we get out there, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember.
A lie, peaceful as we remember? Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live.
Yeah, I guess so.
And how do I put this? Unlike this school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
In other words,
The act of searching for hope, to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto?
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.
I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty.
I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
You got it.
Well, my first stop is gonna be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
And what are you gonna do if there are no more donut shops? Or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat.
I get it now.
Hmm.
If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate's telling me to remake the world.
Could it be?
That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakure's life story is about to begin.
Woo!
Thanks, Ina. You've totally opened my eyes.
Hey, personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact.
But what can we do? There's so few of us, and we're so small. So what can we do? No. We can probably do anything. Yeah. We can do anything.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I guess.
Oh my
I
god.
can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still, it does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
It looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up, I have to push even harder. I'm gonna keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. The door began to open. With my hands, with our hands, hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. What?
Fade to white.
The end.
The end.
We don't even get to see what they saw?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, bullshit! Can I skip the credits? Okay. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Wait, I get some more Monokuma?
Maybe.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Things are getting very interesting indeed.
Never mind.
Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma, and I am this school headmaster.
Oh, fuck. So...
You received the Easter egg present. Not sure why it's shaped like a rice ball, but oh well.
Okay.
Were you gonna say something, Rob?
So, I was gonna say that kind of wish they would have showed us what was outside. But I guess that's part of, like, not knowing.
Yeah, it was frustrating when, playing it. It's unfulfilling in that regard, but I mean, you kind of have an idea of what is outside.
To expect.
All right. So, Wheel of Quirks is up. Are you two in?
Popping over to it right now. Excuse me.
Yep.
All right, let us spin. Is Rob gonna have to reenact a scene for next Friday's stream?
Wow.
He is not. For once, there were no technical difficulties. Go us!
Yay!
We are safe. Well, that's fun. Alright, I got the ending screen up.
Alright, so, next time, what game were we planning on playing again?
Persona.
Oh, right. Alrighty. So, Persona next time, guys. To everyone, thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Thank you everyone who's been following us on us playing Danganronpa. It's been a lot of fun. With that being said, this is Rob, Aden, and MJ signing off on the YouTube side of things. Signing off, have a good one, take care, we'll see you guys next video.
Peace out, my friends.
See ya.
On the Twitch end of things, you know what to do. You can find both Rob and Aiden's socials and channels on my channel in the About tab underneath the Friends panel. Tune in on Friday around between 10 and 10:30 p.m. Eastern, where we will go live, and we are going to be starting Persona. What kinds of hijinks will we get into? I guess you're going to have to tune in to find out. But in the meantime, class is dismissed. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, goodbye.
I can't wait for everyone to fall into despair again.
Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da.